Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lakbay. My name is 13Four, and I hope you have a good time today. In a previous episode, we were able to install a system that opens the door based on a button combination. That was our progression goal for Alpha 1.0.15. So let's try to show it off. The buttons are 1, oops, there's again, 1, 3, 4, and the door should open. There you go. I just failed to get in the door. I'm gonna let the time a little bit on that. Anyway, here's the system itself. So here we have the 4 button inputs. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we have a series of repeaters that give us a delay through each button to make sure that the timing is just right for the door to open. So here we have a 4-way AND gate that decides the logic about which buttons should be pressed, which one should not be. Here we have another set of repeaters for the door opening itself. So perhaps in between episodes, I'm going to tweak the timings even more so that we can always get in this door. No one has given another try. 1, 3, 4. There you go. And we're in. Alright, so let's now think about our progression goal for this episode. Because we are now in Alpha 1.0.16, and we have to think about what we need to do to get into the next version of Minecraft. Let's think about it as we start reorganizing our chests. Because right now, I only have a couple of chests downstairs, and it's starting to get full. So here we have our blocks, chest of blocks, here are chest of loot items, which isn't full at all, but this one especially is starting to be worrying. So let's try to make a couple of chests. And think about what we should do. Later on, we're probably gonna have to use a lot more chests. So I'm thinking that our progression goal for this version of Minecraft should be to make ourselves an orchard of trees, so that we can keep gathering wood as we need it. Because right now, I only have the few trees outside, and I always replant them anyway. So these are the only source of wood I have. These trees outside, and that tree over there. So we should probably make ourselves a more permanent source of wood, rather a more sustainable source of wood. A more... Where can I move? Back again. There you go. That was a bug. Must be a bug. Okay. So we have a better source of wood for larger scale projects. So first I'm gonna start moving the items downstairs here. Then let's talk about where we want to build this orchard. Now, as I was trying to decide where to put the orchard, I saw these furnaces outside, and I started thinking maybe these deserve a room of their own as well. So I'm gonna add this to our progression goals for this version. We're gonna have a room for our furnaces. So this will be our smelting / cooking room. That is also where I'll relocate our food chest, so that we can then have a room where we smelt all our items. So for the orchard, I had two main options. The first one I ended up not choosing is to make the orchard somewhere over here, making it part of a bridge between this area over here and that area over there. But instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it somewhere over here, in between our house and our treasure room. So this is me starting to build infrastructure to connect our base together. So I'm thinking we're gonna put it over here. We're gonna start covering up this cave since we don't use it anyway. We're going to explore these caves anyway. And we already have the tunnel as well from our house all the way to our mine somewhere down there. So first, I'm gonna be covering up this particular cave entrance over here. Covering up with dirt. And then we'll talk about how we're gonna structure our orchard. Okay, I have some extremely unsettling news. So while I was preparing to build the orchard by covering up our mine cave entrance, Well, the game has not only crashed, but it seems to have reset some of the chunks. We've lost all the trees that used to be here and all torches as well. We've lost several of our structures. For example, our cactus farm is no longer there. We still have this cave over here, this part of the tunnel over here, but not much anymore. Let's see what else happened. Oh, the worst thing. The worst thing is that if we head out this direction, right? Okay, it's super dangerous. First of all. Oh god. Oh god. It is super dangerous. But okay. Let's head there just so I can show you. Here we are. This is where our treasure hall used to be. Only part of it is left. We only have the iron armor and the iron pickaxe left. Everything else has been culled by whatever recovery system Minecraft has. So I am so glad that I made a backup before this episode. So it's gonna be some progress. It's gonna be rolled back, but at least it's not like game ending. All right, let's go load up that backup. And we're back. Good thing that these chests were the only thing we were able to do so far this episode, and I don't have to redo as much. There was just a lot of wood gathering, killing some sheep, pigs, and cows, things like that, but nothing that I need to spend hours on, thankfully. So I spruce some of my items with these chests down here, but more importantly, our world is back. We have our lovely trees, our lovely torches, and the treasure hall is once again complete over there. So let's go back to covering up. Yeah, you can see in the distance over there. Pretty sure everything is still intact. Okay, let's repeat what we were doing earlier, but hopefully not crash the game. Let's try covering up this cave. So this is what it now looks like. Absolutely wonderful. There's grass growing on most of it now, and so you can barely even tell there was something there. So from here, I'm gonna lay out where I want the tree orchard to be. I'm probably gonna cut down these trees so that we can plant new ones. We can do some mild terraforming, and then we're gonna build our orchard from here. Okay, I've just built the first part of the frame for the orchard, and it's already gonna turn out to be my biggest structure yet in this series. So I want it to be 17 wide, plus 2 blocks per wall, so 19 wide. So 17 wide meaning you have 3 blocks for a pathway in the middle, and then 7 blocks for each tree, so that we have a good amount of space for all the leaves to decay. So I'll continue building this frame, counting out how many blocks there is between each tree. Hi there, creeper. I'm not gonna get close to you. And so we're gonna figure out how big this orchard is gonna be. Oh god, I'm getting memories of building the roof again. I forgot we don't have sneak yet. So placing these blocks is gonna be super difficult. You can do it, 13. So this is the space for one tree. Let's put torches there. So around 7 blocks, how much space we're gonna give one tree? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're gonna have a total of 6 trees here in the middle, here in this area over here. Then 4 spaces for massive trees. Then 6 more regular trees. So that's gonna be the amount of space we're gonna make for this orchard. So in land-wise, area-wise, it's gonna be much larger than even my house and my treasure hall, but that's fine. I want this to be as big as I need it to be, but also have a lot of space in it, so that if I decide to add something else to it, then that'll be fine. Alright, let's continue placing down these blocks. So I'm working on the frame of the orchard, and I had this thinking feeling that I was off by some amount. And then I just checked and I was off by 1 block. Part of this frame is too long, so I have to either move this one closer to me or move that end farther from me. I have to choose one and then continue finishing the frame before I even put in any of the dirt inside this orchard. That's what happens when you miscount. Then again, I just realized that this middle section here aligns quite well with the treasure room, so I guess my decision has been made for me. I'm gonna move that end closer to myself. So here we have the frame of our orchard. We have now framed it with cobblestone, so we now have the basic layout of what the orchard will look like. I'm thinking of having some sort of curve out here, maybe a semicircle on both ends of the frame, but we'll figure that out later. Also, I started building these dirt pillars up to the orchard because I want grass to spread up here. In the days before Silk Touch, this is how you get grass to grow where there's no grass. Alright, let's go place that dirt. Alright, that's the first of my dirt already put in place. We're not even halfway through, so we're gonna need a lot more dirt than that. I've also put in some of the railing over here, just to give me a sense of what it's gonna look like at the end. Although I did not put the semicircle here at the end of the orchard just yet, so that'll be a thing I can do later. But for now, I'll keep getting some dirt, and I'll keep placing the dirt inside our orchard. Hopefully, as I do that, the grass will start growing up our dirt pillars and then grow into the orchard itself, so that we would have a nice green surface for our trees to grow. Okay, I'll see you once I've placed all this dirt. So as it turns out, we have barely not enough dirt to cover up the whole area, but that's fine because we haven't dug out the middle of this area yet, because we still need to dig out the pathways that go this way to the middle and this way to the middle. So I'll go and do that. Now we have enough dirt to finish off the rest of our orchard. Alright, we have dug out where the walkways would be, and filled out that area over there. I've left this square of dirt so that grass can cross over and so that I can cross over between these 4 sections. Now I'm thinking of using wood, or the wooden planks, to build the walkways with. However, we don't have much wood, do we? So I'm gonna start planting the trees now so that we can use those trees to get the wood for our walkways. Progress update. We have now planted half of the trees we want here, so we now have 6 trees growing in this area. So I've spaced them far enough so the leaves won't touch at all. So there's around 7 blocks, 6 or 7 blocks between these trees so that the leaves won't touch as much as possible. But besides that, I put some slabs on top of them just so that they don't grow into the massive trees, hopefully. I've also provided a space here for larger trees which will come in later versions of Minecraft. Not yet though, but it's nice to have them there immediately. And most importantly, actually, the grass has started to grow in this area of the orchard, so I can now expect this to start spreading over that direction and that direction as well. Come on, Big, don't push me off. And so I'll just continue planting these trees and hopefully we'll have enough wood eventually as these trees grow to finish this orchard. And with this last sapling, our orchard is now functionally complete. We now have 12 plus 4, 16 trees growing at the same time, spaced far apart so that we can easily cut them down and recover as many saplings as possible. But because the walkways are still not there, I wouldn't call this part of the progression goal complete just yet. So while we're waiting for all these trees to grow, I don't even know where the slab thing works yet in this version of Minecraft. Well, while we're waiting for that to grow, let's go think about where we want to put our furnace room, because there's still that part of our progression goal for this version of Minecraft. And we have our first tree, so that proves that we did build this orchard right. So we should now be able to start gathering trees slowly but surely from this area without uprooting any of the trees near our house. So those are nice big trees now. They're super hard to cut down, but they're so lovely as part of my front yard. Alright, let's keep waiting for these trees. In the meantime, I'll keep thinking about where I want my furnace room to be. Okay, I did not expect furnaces to take this long to mine. But yeah, I'll have to move these and use these to figure out what I want the layout to be so that I can build a building around it. In the end, I decided to lay out our furnace room right near our house on this hill. So here we have a small circle. Well, we can't really make circles in Minecraft, but here we have a small circle-like structure for our entrance to the furnace room. Then here we have the main room itself, which is relatively small, just a 7x7. Then we have a couple of adjacent rooms to the side just to break up the flatness of the walls. I did not want to make just another square, so this time the square has some bits sticking out of it. But that's gonna be it for this episode. We were able to build most of the orchard. The trees are growing quite well. There seems to be one massive tree over there, which is a bit annoying, but that's fine. So trees are growing quite well, so hopefully we'll have enough wood to finish the orchard. Hi there, zombie, I'm gonna avoid you. And we've also laid out our furnace room over here. So in the next episode, we'll keep working on both of these so that we can finish our progression goals for Minecraft Alpha 1.0.16 and move on to the next one. Well, if you want to see what happens next, please do feel free to subscribe. For now, the grind continues. Goodbye, everyone!